Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another Black Ops Cold War video here on this fine Monday afternoon. And of course, if you guys have been staying tuned to the channel, you would know what time it is. And it's a little bit earlier today, we got information in regards to this week in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War as well as Warzone. However, this week is going to be a little bit different, being that instead of just getting the traditional blog post on the Call of Duty website, we actually got information when it comes to the new content that we are going to be seeing with Cold War as well as Warzone Season 2, which will be releasing tomorrow at the time you're making this video. Now, of course, we got a lot of information covering a wide variety of topics when it comes to the mid-season update. However, for this video, I'm going to be primarily focusing on the Cold War multiplayer as well as Warzone aspects, and I'm also going to be touching a little bit on how the updates are going to be rolling out and all kinds of things like that. So with that said, if you guys go on to enjoy today's video, make sure you leave the like comment down below, as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications so that way you guys will not miss any of the latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class ups, and all kinds of things like that. So without further ado, now that I got the intro out of the way, let's dive right into it. Alright guys, so of course to kick off today's video, let's talk a little bit about the brand new mid-season update for Season 2. Of course, if you weren't already aware, the mid-season update will be going live on March 30th, with the Black Ops Cold War update going live a little bit earlier, and the Warzone update will of course go live at 11 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time on March 30th. Additionally, we got a roadmap for the mid-season update that I'm going to be showcasing on your screen right now, just so that way you can kind of see a basic rundown of the new content that we are going to be seeing with the mid-season update. Alright, that said, let's talk a little bit about the new multiplayer maps that we are going to be seeing with the mid-season update. The first one is actually going to be Miami Strike 6v6, with the description reading, "The sun rises on Miami Strike," featuring a new, tighter map layout with entirely new ways to play compared to the original nighttime iteration. A vintage car show has taken over Ocean Park Drive, sealing off the road past the Paramore Hotel, while there are still plenty of opportunities to duke it out in long-range skirmishes. Closer fights gain much more prominence here, especially in the back alleyways, through the various businesses and parking structures, and the new waterslide path that's been opened up with a beautiful view of the bay. Shades on, sights up, and push the attack. You'll need to be aggressive here to beat the heat and your competition. Jump into the Miami Strike 24/7 playlist this week to join the action. In addition to Miami Strike, we're also going to be getting a brand new gunfight map which is called Mansion, and the description reads, "Joining the gunfight and face-off map rotations, Mansion promises high-octane, frantic firefights across its decadent courtyards. The eastern courtyard features palm trees and a gazebo, opposite another with a central statue over a dry fountain. Fight in the surrounding arcade among its thick supporting columns, or brave it through the middle in a cross-map dash. Look for the center wrapped room, including a small hallway and an exposed balcony for a high-risk, high-reward power position." Additionally, we're also going to be seeing multi-team on the map Golova, with the description reading, "A seemingly traditional Russian village in the idyllic Ural Plains hides a dark secret beneath its surface." First appearing as an exclusive locale with an outbreak at the start of Season 2, Golova is now available in multi-team modes within multiplayer. Prepare for relentless combat throughout the town, from its massive church to its rows of houses and industrial park. Compete in long-range fights across its stair-step terrain, or stick to its objective areas for close quarters play. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the new maps that we are going to be seeing with the mid-season update of Season 2. So with that said, now let's talk a little bit about the new modes that we are going to be seeing. The first one is actually called Multi-Team Hardpoint, with the description reading, "You thought Hardpoint was chaotic before. Introducing the game mode's largest version yet. This new squad-based adaptation pits 10 squads of 4 in a fight for multiple hardpoints at a time. Each set of hardpoints lasts 120 seconds before rotating to the next location. Another new twist compared to its core counterpart is that your team will earn 1 point every second for all teammates inside of a hardpoint. So you'll want to keep your team in those hardpoints and clear the enemies out to deny their points. The first squad to reach 1,000 points wins the match." And overall, let me just say, I'm really interested in seeing how this particular mode will be playing out, and of course it will be releasing with the launch of the mid-season update. Now, if you guys have been keeping up with the weekly briefings in Black Ops Cold War, you would know that just about 2 weeks ago, Prop Hunt was taken out of the game, so that way Treyarch could add in new maps as well as new props into it. And interestingly enough, Prop Hunt will be returning with the mid-season update, and it will also be accompanied by the brand new map Miami Strike as well as Satellite. So now of course you can play Prop Hunt on those 2 new maps, which is really interesting in my opinion. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely going to be checking out Prop Hunt with the 2 brand new maps. Additionally, a little bit later in the season, we are going to be seeing our first ever gunfight tournaments, with the description reading, "Think you got the best shot? Now's your chance to prove it when gunfight tournaments arrive later this season. Join a competitive bracket featuring unique rewards and bragging rights for the winning teams. Teamwork and communication are a must, as you'll need every advantage to take 6 rounds before the other team and make your way to the top." Okay, so that said, now let's talk a little bit about the weapon tuning that we are going to be seeing in Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, because interestingly enough, we haven't really seen any weapon tuning in Cold War multiplayer ever since December of 2020, which was just about 3 months ago at the time of making this video. And of course, with the mid-season update of Season 2, we are going to see some significant weapon tuning, and of course I will be going over that. Of course, for the assault rifles, the Crick 6 assault rifle is going to be getting a buff, as well as the FFAR, in which the ballistic speed is going to be increased by 12.8%. The Gross is also going to be getting a buff, with the maximum damage range being increased by 40%. Moving on over to the submachine guns, the Milano 821 is going to be getting a significant buff, with the mid-range damage being increased by 10%, the mid-range damage range will be increased by 33%, the sprint out time speed will be increased by 14.2%, as well as the race speed will be increased by 11%, as well as the ADSing in speed will be slightly increased. Additionally, the KSP-45 will have its ballistic speed increased by 32.5%, as well as the burst delay will be reduced by 20%. Now, the AK-74U is going to be getting a pretty significant nerf, with its prolonged firing accuracy being reduced, as well as its muzzle velocity being reduced by 23.4%. Now, the LC-10, which of course a lot of people have been using because of how powerful this weapon is, it will be getting a pretty significant nerf, with the max damage range being reduced by 41%, as well as the mid-range damage will be slightly reduced. Furthermore, the bullet pattern on the MAC-10 is going to be slightly changed, and the rocket launchers, and more specifically the RPG-7, are going to be slightly changed, with the RPG having a slightly increased blast radius, as well as the RPG itself is going to be flying a lot more straight, overall making this weapon a lot easier to use. Also, Treyarch goes on to state that rockets now inflict more damage to enemies with flak jacket in hardcore, but it still requires a direct hit for you to actually get a one-hit kill against a person with flak jacket in hardcore. So that's pretty much it for the weapon tuning. Now, before I end off today's video, I do have a couple more things that I want to talk about, and that is, with the launch of the mid-season update, we are going to be seeing the brand new operator called Wolf, and a little bit later in the season, we are going to be seeing the new Revas operator coming into the game. Additionally, the brand new ZRG 20mm bolt-action sniper rifle will actually be releasing next week at the time of making this video, so exactly 1 full week after the mid-season update went live. So yeah guys, with that said, that's gonna effectively wrap up today's video. I hope you went on to enjoy it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like on down below, as well as subscribe, and turn on post notifications so that way you guys will not miss any of the latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class clips, and all kinds of things like that. So once again, that's gonna effectively wrap up today's video. I'm your host, Steeper Jungle, and I hope to see you in the next one.